Hey, guess where we are? Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash. Well, we'll be talking to my good buddy, Reno Dave. I'm sure he'll be bringing something in that I wanted at last week's auction. So stay tuned. It's gonna get ugly.
Hello and welcome to the Old House Antique Showcase with your host, Holly Netwara. First, we're going to be talking with Reno Dave, who's going to give us tips on how to pick out gold and silver. Then we're going to visit with Doreen, the cookie jar lady, who will talk about her collection of over 600 cookie jars. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
When you want to find the largest selection of items and collectibles around, the best place to go is Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash. Local and family owned, located at the corner of South Rock Boulevard and Heimer. Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash features 30,000 square feet of furniture, tools, clothing, toys, artwork, collectibles, and so much more. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 and Sundays from 11 to 4. This is the place to find your treasures.
For over 100 years, Northern Nevadans have slept in comfort with the help of Reno Mattress Company. Hi, I'm Mike Berry. Can you flip your mattress? If not, let us custom make your next mattress. We offer Talalay latex rubber, memory foam mattresses, foam rubber cut to size, water beds and accessories, electrical adjustable beds, and more. Plus, we specialize in custom sizes for your home or RV. Reno Mattress Company has been the place to shop since 1910. Come visit our showroom at 1210 East 4th Street. And remember, if you sleep on it, we can make it.
My name is Kathy, and I want to tell you about Somewhere in Time. The Antique Mall is located at 1313 South Virginia Street, and we're open Monday through Saturdays from 10 till 6, Sundays 11 till 5. We have 19 different vendors, and we have a wide variety of antiques and collectibles, memorabilia, neon and beer collectibles, sun purple glass, vintage Pyrex, vintage jewelry, Blanco glass, oil lamps, casino memorabilia, vintage toys and scout memorabilia, comics, and really too much more to describe. So please come down and see us. We'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.
We are back with my buddy, Reno Dave. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing just fine.
Yeah.
I'm here at Treasures and Trinkets for the first time, enjoying my my time here. Boy, there's so much.
There's a ton of stuff here. I'm not going to tell you, though, what I like, just in case.
Where is the John Deere tractors?
I didn't see one of those. I saw some other things, though.
Which direction?
Way over there.
Oh, yeah, I was over there. This, what is it, 33,000 square feet?
Something like that. This place is enormous.
Oh, my God, all full of treasures.
So I heard you had a mishap, though, in your storage space. You've got 3 storage spaces, or how big is your storage
I have
space?
3 20-footers that keep some of my stuff. My house is the same way. I was in there the other day, and I had a cave-in, and I have a path to get to the back where I try to keep everything inside. It's floor to ceiling, about an 8-foot ceiling, and I was in the middle, and it decided to cave in, and I was by myself.
Because you had too much stuff in there.
Well, I don't know. It's how much is too much. I can always fit another collectible in.
Right, yeah.
I'm always looking we're modern day treasure hunters.
Yeah.
But
you're all right? You didn't get hurt?
Oh, I didn't get hurt, but I felt I'm glad nobody saw me. I had to dig my way out of there. I had a skid that just kind of held the collectibles on that side in place, and it just went.
Yeah.
But yeah,
do you think anything got damaged, or?
I think I have over 500 slot glass in there, and one of them broke.
Oh, wow, well, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What the heck? But
Yeah.
anyhow,
Well, I'm
you know,
glad you're all right. I'm glad you're all right, Dave, and you'll be back at those auctions.
that's the perils of treasure hunting.
Yeah.
You know, I could have been in a cave looking for gold or something.
Gold
yeah.
bullion
Yeah.
or silver, which brings me to the next thing. So I've always admired your jewelry.
Oh,
You
thanks.
have beautiful jewelry, and I know that you love turquoise personally.
This is my newest one. This is a condor. It's
Can I see it?
vintage and green turquoise.
Wow.
I acquired that last week, and it's about at least 50 years old. So it's really hard to price stuff, but I like the stuff you just can't buy at Macy's.
Right, right. I want to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
How can you tell when something is artisan made or mass produced? Is there a way that you can tell
I look at
by
the
looking at it?
I look at the workmanship and the patina. You know, even on silver. I mean, you know, you can just see his head and everything. It's just I don't know if you guys can see this, if you can pan on it or close up, but the condor's head's right here. You can't mass produce something like that and have it look the same. But I was going to give a tip on how I find sterling silver when I have a box of stuff. I go to swap meets, auctions, and
So you're going to reveal a secret?
I'm going to reveal a secret.
He's going to tell us a secret.
I
told you,
I
it's
do
going to be
have
exciting.
on another show. I showed my secret sauce that I put on my arm. It's not a sauce. It's actually well, I don't want to say too much because I'm going to reveal on season 2 of Auction Addicts what I put on my arm. Some
right.
people think it's barbecue sauce. I've had so many guesses.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a contest. Anyhow, you take a ring and just go like this.
Oh, look at that. Oh, so
and
you have the
can
sauce
see it?
on you right now.
Yeah, I put some on. Just
Check that out. And so it just turns that black.
that means
or
it's sterling silver solid. A plated sterling silver
it won't
leave
have
a mark like that.
chemical reaction.
Right. This
Wow.
is another secret of Reno Dave.
And so this secret sauce, is this something you developed yourself, or was this a secret you got from someone else?
I don't want to say too much about it until I reveal it.
Okay.
But I've had so many guesses. Maybe if somebody wants to write in or call us, we'll have a prize or something on Auction Addicts for
Well, that could be interesting.
who knows what this is.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to reveal it so that other people can use it. Go to swap meets, find solid sterling silver.
Right, because at a swap meet, you're in a hurry.
You
there's
get
a ton
boxes of stuff.
Right, you don't want to waste a
Yeah.
lot of time
Exactly.
trying to find what's...
Exactly.
Now, I was at Tanner's, and we talked to the silver lady there. I don't know if you know her or not. But she said to me that American silver will always be marked. Is that true?
I only, I've had some American Native Indians.
Well, right,
that
native
wasn't,
stuff,
yeah.
right, won't be marked. But if
But
it's...
you get a 925, that's sterling silver.
Right.
And there's some other marks too. Or it will say STER, stamped on the inside of it. The modern days, I think they made it a law.
that it has to be marked.
Yeah, it has to be marked.
Well, European silver, then you get into all those like maker's marks,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That gets all complicated.
It does. There's books on it and stuff, but silver's right now $20 an ounce, and that's a troy ounce.
Yeah.
Average. I think yesterday it was down to $19. Well, there's 31 grams in a troy ounce. It's not like your cooking ounce,
Right.
So you divide $20 by 31, and you got to go by the heft, the weight.
Yeah.
When you're out looking for that treasure.
So do you consider yourself a sterling silver guy or a gold guy? Because I like silver more than gold. If I was going to wear jewelry, I've always chose to wear silver.
Well, I buy to sell. At somewhere in time, I have a 6-foot case full of sterling silver, everything. Maybe over 350 rings, vintage from the 1920s on up to modern with various gemstones. And some Native American and Zuni tribe. This
Right.
is Zuni tribe. This the lady that made these and this one. Her name was Effie, and her rings are marked Effie. And of the Zuni tribe. She went blind about 20 years ago, and her grandkids continued it. She made this one, and her grandkids made this one.
Nice.
And they followed exactly her, you know, with the snake
Her
with the
design.
two turquoise,
Yeah.
and turquoise eyes and stuff. So
With Native American turquoise and silver jewelry, when you're looking at that, what determines the price value or the rarity of the item? How do you know which pieces are really what you want to look for and which pieces are, you know?
right, well, signed Effie. And there's other artists in the Zuni tribe that, I mean, designers that.
Right, but Navajo
the-
also made
Oh,
a lot of.
I just sold a Navajo necklace that I actually won it at the Gilroy auction. It had a really bad artificial feathers. It was a feather necklace, Navajo, and so I took that off, and I had a jeweler put on a piece of turquoise I had that was about this size. And then I had a sterling silver feather about 2 inches long added to it. And I paid $30 in Gilroy and sold it for $225.
Nice.
And it was a nice piece, one of a
Yeah,
kind.
Right.
So it's a Navajo, and I just added some Navajo pieces to it.
So I know. So you have Navajo, you have Zuni, you have Hopi, right?
Hopi,
Those are
they're
the
all
three big silver.
I don't
turquoise.
specialize in it,
Yeah.
but I do dabble. And I don't know. I have so many people coming in and buying just that.
Right.
Just Native Indian. I love it. I wear it.
Yeah.
And I used to live on an Indian reservation for about a year. I had a Shell gas station and a cafe and a bait house. And so anyhow, I had a little bit more insight into the Native Indians. And I had a year of fun, too.
Yeah.
It was 8 miles from Lake Roosevelt in Arizona. So anyhow, I've always loved Native American stuff. But back on the gold, while you're out there looking through boxes of jewelry and stuff, people see gold tone earrings, okay, and think it's gold. Well, I'll tell you,
You don't have a secret sauce on the other arm
for gold.
Yeah.
No, but I have a way of doing it.
And how's that?
You know the stem,
Right, the piece that goes through your
through
ear.
your ear.
Right. Mhm.
There's a name I can't think of it, but it will be gold.
So on gold
you see-
earrings,
Yeah.
if it's really gold, that little piece
Always.
that goes through your ear will also be gold.
And so that's another Reno Days secret that I use.
So you showed me a magnet earlier. Is there something
Oh, yes.
about that magnet that
yes,
you use?
yes, that's another.
Besides attracting all the ladies?
Reno Days single, by the way. Here's a magnet. Sterling silver is not magnetized. Plated ones, sometimes we'll have what's tank steel, or but if it's brass, it still won't do it. But this is my number one thing that I use to see if something's plated. When I'm out and about trying to find that treasure in that box of jewelry. There's so much costume jewelry that looks, I mean, some of the older pieces of costume jewelry is worth just as much as, stuff like this.
Right.
But yeah, I use a magnet. Always carry a magnet. And don't put it by your cell phone.
Yeah, carry that in the other pocket,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, this thing is powerful, and that's another way I use to to
So-
separate it.
Pure silver and gold will not attract to the magnet.
Right, right.
But if it's plated or
If it's plated, it's usually over some cheap tank steel
I
or
see.
something like that.
right, so then
You'll
that
know right
will
away.
attract to the magnet.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I gotcha.
And some is very slightly, so you need a strong magnet. Brass, sometimes they got smart. The costume designers back in the 20s and or so started plating brass and copper. So bottom line, the true test is what they call it, acid
Right, I was
test.
going to say the acid test,
Yeah.
right? But you
And
have to-
I don't like using it. It's time consuming.
Well, you have
and-
to have already purchased the item in
Right.
order to do that, right? With a magnet, you can just kind of scan something without having to purchase it first.
Yeah.
So, but you can't say to someone, "Can I bring, pull out my little acid test here to make sure that
Yeah,
this is gold
on theirs,
before I purchase it?"
sometimes
Right.
you leave a little spot on it
Right,
too.
right.
And what I have a diamond triangular vial that I can just put a little. I mean, you try to find a wear spot, if it's a
Right,
bracelet to
right.
test.
Right.
But if there isn't anything, I can just you can't even see it.
Right.
Just a little tiny, and I'll put the acid on and tell if it's plated or not. There's so many tests that the designers are getting better and better. But I recommend you start with the magnet.
Yeah.
It's an easy
Yeah,
thing.
right.
And then the Reno Dave secret sauce.
Reno Dave's secret sauce coming to a store near you.
Maybe I shouldn't reveal it and I'll just
Yeah,
sell
right?
it.
Yeah, hey. There's lots of collectors out there, right?
Oh boy, and I tell you, we're all treasure hunters.
Right, we're
Modern modern day treasure
Right,
hunters.
right,
We
yeah.
want to find that. That's where my passion is. It always
Right.
has been.
Absolutely.
Um,
The thrill in the hunt.
Yeah.
Right?
Going to garage sales.
Yeah.
I can. Well, I'm going to tell you. One of the things that kind of sparked me many years ago. I was at a garage sale, and I was in my 20s, and there's this black old coffee pot, or teapot. It was a teapot, and I got it for $0.25. I took it home, and I didn't know much about silver or anything, but I polished it up,
Oh, man.
and it was sterling silver.
Yeah. So you were hooked right there.
I paid $0.25 for it.
Yeah.
But I went one step further. I sent I found, back then we didn't have the personal computers and stuff, but I managed to find the manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent them a picture of it. It was one of their first ones.
Wow.
They bought it from me for $1,000.
Wow.
I was
Nice.
hooked from that
Yeah,
point
From
on.
that point on, yeah. All right. Well, hey, all of you out there, it could be you too. Keep your eye open for Reno Dave's secret sauce. Go get a magnet. And we'll be right back after this message. Thanks again, Dave.
Oh, you.
After the break, Holly will be back to chat with Doreen Barta, who will tell us about her collection of over 600 cookie jars. All this and much more coming up next on The Antique Showcase.
For the best in hair and makeup, check out Forever Young Hair Studio. Located at 120 Toma Street, Suite 2, Midtown. Wow, what happened to your computer?
It fell off my desk.
Technology Center can fix that for you in a heartbeat.
When your computer has any little mishap, bring it here to Technology Center. Our trained and certified techs can replace just about anything, any parts, or repair any problems. We can do any kind of upgrade that you need, including hard drives, video cards, and memory upgrades. Our techs are experts at reinstalling your operating system to optimize the speed of your computer. We service PCs as well as Macintosh. If you can't find the part in our store that you need for the do-it-yourselfer, we can usually get it for you in 2 to 3 days.
All right. Like I promised, we are here with Doreen Doreen Barta. She is the cookie jar lady extraordinaire. Doreen has how many cookie jars?
A little over 600.
600 cookie jars. And how do you display them all, or is some packed away? Or
Nope, every one of them on display in my home.
so do you have them all on shelves or counters or under the bed, on the bed, in the bed?
Mostly on bookshelves.
On bookshelves. Uh-huh.
Yes,
And this cookie jar that you have here, I know that this is a Shawnee.
yes.
And so what's special about this particular cookie jar?
This was my grandmother's.
Oh.
And when she passed away, I told my mom that I wanted the cookie jar.
Uh-huh.
So my mom gave this cookie jar to my grandma when she was a senior in high school. So that was back in 1949.
Uh-huh.
She paid 99 cents for this. She bought it at Woolworths bookstore.
Woolworths, right?
Yes, yeah. And today it's worth over about $270.
$270 from 99 cents to $270. That's
Right.
That's a good investment.
Right. And that's what made me decide, gosh, that's a pretty good deal.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I started collecting cookie jars.
And so Shawnee made a lot of different types of ceramics. Are there other names in cookie jars that you look for?
Oh yeah, there's well, I have them all cataloged in my book here.
Yes, you've got your diary here. She's listed every single one. She's got 600 cookie jars. And I have to say, I've seen you over at the auctions. And when the cookie jars come up, which is actually quite often, almost every auction, they've got a cookie
Yes.
jar or two over there. I've seen 601 cookie jars. And so, oh, and you got the James Dean. Yeah, see, I like James Dean. So I see you bid on every cookie jar, but then you'll stop. You won't just go crazy because you want it. If it gets too high, you'll definitely stop
Right.
your bid.
Right, because I do my homework before I go.
Right.
And I know, nope, I can't do anything with that. It's not worth it.
It's
So,
not worth it, right?
Right.
So, how do you do your research? Is there a certain site that you go to? Do you have books?
I have books, and plus I go online and just kind of look to see what they're worth and what resale is on them.
Uh-huh. So besides this one, which I know has very personal connection to you, and it's so funny because my grandmother had a pig, not this Shawnee pig, it's a different pig from the 60s. And when she passed away, same thing. Everybody wanted the cookie jar. And so I have it.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was a big thing, when you come over to Grandma's house and first place you go is to the cookie jar, and there was always cookies in there. It's one of my fondest memories. Do you have other particular types of cookie jars that you like more than others? Do you like animals, or do you like figures, or is there something that draws you in?
Not really. I guess one of my other favorite ones, I have a Fred Flintstone one.
Uh-huh.
And I like that one real well.
Yeah.
I think the reason I like that one a lot is because it's worth about $500 and I only paid $5 for it.
$5. Did you get that at a yard sale? Or?
No, I got it at the Antique Mall actually. And I don't think the guy knew what he had.
Yeah, obviously he didn't know what he
Yeah,
had. $5 cookie jar, $500.
He had a guy come in and sell a whole bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
And he said that he'd sell me all of them at $5 a piece.
Wow.
So I picked up a lot of cookie jars.
You snatched those right
Yeah,
up. Uh-huh.
exactly.
So you base it on how much they're worth and what they'll resell for. Do you resell, or do you hold on to every one?
Well, I have not resold, but now I have decided I'm going to downsize.
Uh-huh.
So I'm selling all my cookie jars.
Well, not this one, though, of
Not
course.
this one. I'm
Uh-huh.
keeping this one, but all my cookie jars are going to be sold.
So are you going to do that online, or will you be doing that through Craigslist? Or
They're all going on auction next week.
next week on auction?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So at which auction house?
Brand new used.
Brand new used auction
Yes.
house.
Yep, they're picking them up Wednesday, and they'll be on, his site will be next month, so you can watch for it to go on on brand new used auctions next month.
Wow. So are you going to watch the auction, or are you going to kind of take a little break and just wait for that check
I'm just
to come in?
gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait.
I would think it would be hard. How many years have you been collecting?
I've only been collecting for about 2.5 years.
Oh, it's only been 2.5 years. Okay, so it'll still be hard to let them go because
It will.
you have an attachment, but
Yeah.
it won't be quite as hard as if you've been collecting
Right,
for
right.
30 or 40
Right,
years
right.
holding on to these things.
Right.
So do you have something else in mind that you're going to start collecting?
No, my husband has enough collection. He's got enough, and I said I really need to downsize. And so this
What does
was
your
one.
husband collect?
He collects pharmacy stuff, and he collects Coke stuff,
Yeah.
and he just collects all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So I decided I'm going to do away with mine
Yeah.
because they do take up a lot of room. So
Well, I wish you
So-
the best of luck with that. Everybody, please check out Doreen's auction on brand new used, right?
Right.
Brand new used. Check it out. If you're a cookie jar fanatic or you just love cookies and got to have a jar to put them in, check it out. Help Doreen sell off her amazing 601 cookie jar collection. Thank you so much for being with us
You're
here today,
welcome.
Doreen. It was a pleasure meeting you.
thank you for having me.
All righty. Thank you.
Hey Mom, what are you doing?
Well, the sale's over. We've been doing it for 6 months now.
Mom, we've been doing great. All our customers have been coming to us, even the dealers have been buying from us.
You know, you're right. But guess what? You get to put the sign back out.
Great, thanks Mom.
RL Hair Center in Midtown offers great non-surgical solutions in hair restoration.
I plan to keep the hair I've got, thanks to RL Hair Center's complete line of topical solutions.
It looks and feels like your own hair.
Really guys? Look at this, and then look at this.
RL Hair Center will help you reclaim that youthful, vibrant look you once had.
You're never too young to get your game back.
Call today for a free consultation and hair analysis.
RL Hair Center, the best in non-surgical hair replacement.
My name is Kathy, and I want to tell you about Somewhere in Time. The Antique Mall is located at 1313 South Virginia Street, and we're open Monday through Saturdays from 10 till 6, Sundays 11 till 5. We have 19 different vendors, and we have a wide variety of antiques and collectibles, memorabilia, neon and beer collectibles, sun purple glass, vintage Pyrex, vintage jewelry, Blanco glass, oil lamps, casino memorabilia, vintage toys and Scout memorabilia, comics, and really too much more to describe. So please come down and see us. We'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.